on this Monday evening. So yeah, just wondering how you're doing, how you find yourself right now. What's here? What's around as you take to your seat and knowingly take to your seat, knowing that you're making this effort that's required to come to sit on a straight back chair or soft chair. I had a very, very busy day on the computer at work today, and I was really aware after I'd done dinner that my shoulders were really tight and really quite tense. So I allowed myself the privilege of laying down to meditate to the soft voice of Jon Kabat-Zinn between 7 and 7:30. I started off by sitting and realised very quickly that my shoulders were quite tight from being over the computer for 7-8 hours, whatever it was. So to lay down felt like the kindest, most compassionate thing to do, and that's what I did. And it was really quite wonderful to experience going from what is known as a doing mode of mind, which is this inherent busyness, our default mode of autopilot, just going along the busyness of the day on the thought stream, and then going from that doing mode into intentionally shifting to what is known as being mode. Being right here in the moment, dropping in, as if you were dropping a pebble into a well, and it breaks the surface and then gradually gets deeper and deeper and deeper. And so inviting you to break through the surface, if you like, of the doing busy mode, the splash at the top where the pebble would splash the water, and allowing yourself to sit or to lay, whichever feels right for you tonight in this moment. And if sitting, then finding a posture that's comfortable and embodying this posture, making this commitment like a container for the mindfulness practice this evening. And if laying feels like the right thing to do, then just noticing that this is the choice you've made. To go from the doing mode of mind into the being mode. And this is the third week in. I may be wrong. I'm going to go from my own experience in the very beginning of coming to mindfulness meditation practices and occasionally thinking, oh, this again? I was expecting maybe something different. But actually, the greatest benefit for me and the practice has been the continual sameness, if you like. Although every meditation, every moment is different. This being able to be with things as they are over and over again. So when I was in entertainment for all of those years, it was fast, it was vibrant, it was exciting. There was always something new, always something challenging. And I wasn't really able to be with the stopping and the pausing. So this mindfulness practice has been hugely beneficial to me in allowing myself to notice how it feels to do this again, to do this again. But actually, once we come to this place and we're settling ready for the practice, we may notice already it's very different to perhaps before the last time or whatever. So inviting you to adopt this awakened beginner's mind, checking in for the first time this moment. What's here now? Inviting you to really sense the contact of the body, firstly with the feet in touch with the ground, this stable earth amidst the instability, the uncertainty of everything around us. Just tuning in, what's here to be noticed in the feet with the contact of the ground. Any sensations, and just noticing this. Feet in contact with the ground. And then scanning up to the place where the body is in contact with the chair or the bed. What's here to be noticed in this moment? Allowing the attention to be present as best as possible, as best as you can. With any sensations where the body is in contact with the chair. A sense of heaviness, perhaps. Any heat, any coolness, any pressure or discomfort. And then just scanning up the torso, elongating the spine, sitting with this dignified, courageous, strong posture. And the chin tucked in slightly, and the hands and arms resting beside the body or on the legs. And inviting you to scan now from the toes, the very tips of the toes, all the way up the body, including hands and arms and to the top of the head. And noticing what's here as you sit in this being mode, what's here to be noticed. Any tightness in the hands, the legs, the lower back, or the shoulders. If there's any tension, any stress, anything that you may be holding on to from the day before us, just simply noting it. Allowing the attention to note it. What's here in the body in this moment? Just making a mental note. Okay, so perhaps there's tightness in the chest or turbulence in the belly. Perhaps even the jaw might be quite tense as you bring awareness to it. So just simply noticing what's here to be noticed in this moment. And then inviting you to notice what's here in the mind. How is the mind right now in this moment? Perhaps if you could imagine that your mind was like a road, which kind of road would it be? What's the thought traffic like? Perhaps it's really busy and congested, like a busy motorway at rush hour. Very different at the moment. We're not really experiencing going out in the usual climate of rush hour traffic, but imagining that it was. Is this how the thoughts are? Is this how busy the mind is? Busy and congested with thought traffic. Just checking in with what's here in the mind. Or perhaps it's It's like an A road, so busy-ish but not too busy. Is this how the thoughts are at the moment? So occasional thoughts, kind of busy but not cluttered or too busy. Or as you bring your attention to thoughts and your mind in this moment, maybe it's like a B road with just an occasional car. So just an occasional thought passing by, not hanging around too much, coming into the awareness and moving on. Is this how the mind is for you in this moment? No right, no wrong, no good, no bad, just as it is. Simply noticing what's here to be noticed in the mind. And now inviting you to notice if there's any emotion around, any sense of frustration, agitation, boredom, any emotional charge here at the moment, just in this moment. So not thinking too hard, more just kind of dropping in, like we said with the pebble at the beginning, dropping into a stillness which allows for you to notice what's here in the body to be noticed, what's here in the mind to be noticed, and any emotions around at the moment. Just allowing yourself this space to simply notice any and all sensations that's here in the moment. And now letting all of this fade into the wings, if you like, of the stage, and bringing a sense of the whole of the body in this moment, the whole of the body with the breath. And inviting you to take 2 or 3 deep, nourishing breaths in and out. Breathing in the goodness on the in-breath and letting go on the out-breath. Deep breath in as best as you can. And letting go on the out-breath. And then letting go of the exaggerated breath. And bringing your awareness to the breath or the body, whichever feels right for you in this moment. Perhaps you'd like to stay with the attention down at the feet, or with the body in contact with the chair or the bed. Or if it feels right to do so, then bringing your awareness to the anchor of the breath in this moment. Placing a hand on the chest if this helps, just noticing the warmth, the contact of the hand with the chest. Really sensing into the physical sensations of breathing. So not so much thinking about the breath, more really sensing the breath. Or sensing the contact of the body. Tuning into the physical sensations in this present moment. And if following the breath and using the breath as the anchor to the present, then noticing where the in-breath first starts. And following the breath as best as you can for the full duration of the in-breath. And the place where the in-breath turns around to become the out-breath, and following the journey of the out-breath for its full duration. And once again becomes the in-breath. Breath by breath and moment by moment. So for the next few breaths, just inviting you to, as best as you can, bring the attention to the full duration of the in-breath and the full duration of the out-breath. The anchor of the breath or body in the present moment. And now already you may have noticed that the mind has wandered off. The attention has gone to someplace else, some thinking. Inviting you to notice and congratulating yourself on this moment of mindfulness, knowing that the awareness has gone off to thinking. Then this is absolutely fine. This is just what minds do. Perhaps planning dinner, thinking about something that happened today, thinking about something you need to do tomorrow. This is normal. This is the nature of the mind. Not trying to block thoughts or resist thoughts or refuse to think. Simply noticing and then returning the attention back to the breath and the physical sensations of each in-breath and each out-breath, or the contact of the body with the floor or the seat or the bed. And so, resting here in this being mode as best as you can. And then if possible, just allowing a soothing, breathing rhythm to emerge. Allowing the breath to soothe your system. When things are getting crazy and we're feeling overwhelmed in any way, it's very easy to just get caught up in thoughts and impulses to be busy. So just gifting yourself with this time out. This time to really come up close to what's here in this moment. Body and mind. And allowing this soothing, breathing rhythm to emerge. And if possible, just allowing a softening on the out-breath, a letting go. Softening and letting go on the out-breath. Softening and soothing, allowing on the out-breath. Just breathing in and breathing out. Just tending to the breath with kindness, curiosity, and friendliness, a gentleness. A light touch of awareness with the breath in this moment. Or if paying attention to the body, then bringing a sense of gentle curiosity, friendliness and warmth to the contact of the body with the floor or the chair. Anchoring the attention as best as you can to the present moment. And as you sit here breathing or paying attention to the body, then just inviting you to scan through the body and to see whether the tension in the shoulders or the diaphragm or the back is still around. And if so, just easing the breath into and out from that place of tension or discomfort. So not forcing the attention and the breath to this place, just gently easing the breath into a place where you may be holding on to any tension or stress, overwhelm, whatever. Allowing the breath as best as you can to soothe. And then opening up once again to the physical sensations of the breath, the body in contact with the floor and the chair. Expanding the awareness around this soothing breath, tending to the difficult. And just allowing this space, this stillness, as an opportunity to be with yourself fully in this way. Allowing yourself the stillness to notice what's here to be noticed. And then gently and softly letting go now of the narrow focus of the awareness and expanding to taking a sense of the whole body from the toes, scanning up through the feet and the legs, the pelvic region, the whole of the torso, the hands and arms, neck and throat and head. A sense of the whole body breathing. Just the natural breath. And opening up the awareness to take in sounds. Sounds perhaps from the rest of the household or outside the last of the bird song. Traffic, if there's a small amount of traffic passing by. Just opening up to sound. And gently moving the fingers, the toes, and allowing the body to come to some gentle movement. So rather than just thinking of that as the end of our mindfulness practice and now it's back to the busy doing, perhaps just inviting you to sit in and really have a reflection on how that was for you. How were you when you started the practice, and how was it for you during the practice? What was there to be noticed? Did you notice there were sensations that came and went? Were you able to notice there were thoughts that came and went? And sometimes it's really handy just to keep a book and to journal anything down that you noticed. Equally, if something has arisen and you'd like some more clarity on it, then do please get in touch. It's always really warming to read any comments, so do please leave me a little comment or a thumbs up on the video. It's really helpful for me to know that it's connecting with you in some way. So going from the busy doing mode of mind as we find ourselves into the space of being, can be really supportive, and particularly at this time of uncertainty, instability, and real tough times for people not able to see their children that live away and can't hug their grandchildren, and working from home instead of having the community social spirit that happens at work. So many people really doing without what feels the norm to them. So just offering yourself a lot of patience and kindness at this time, and offering that out to everybody else. So tomorrow night I thought it might be quite good to look a little bit at autopilot. So the invitation for tomorrow night's practice at 8 o'clock is to get yourself either a very small chunk of chocolate or a Malteser, or anything that you think you'd like to experience in a more mindful way. So it can be a fruit, so strawberry, a grape, or sweet, or chocolate, or just something. And what I'll ask you to do is to place it on a plate before we start at 8 o'clock, and have it quite near, because we'll start off with a grounding, stabilising practice as we do, and then we'll move into a mindful eating meditation. So thank you very much for joining me, and do take very good care of yourselves. It's been wonderful to connect with you, and see you tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Stay safe. Bye for now.